I'm a man and I gave my sister my eggs. Hi Scene TV, I'm going to tell you how I ended up helping my sister get pregnant. I came out as trans when I was 11 years old, and then as I got a little bit older, when I turned 18, I started blockers, which essentially just stopped my puberty from continuing, stopped me from having periods and my boobs developing. My relationship with my older sister, Kizzy, is wonderful. Over the last 4 years or so, she's had a lot of issues with fertility because she suffers with endometriosis, she has other diagnoses around having fibroids, and she ended up having a miscarriage, which was very traumatizing for her. And as her brother, it was just really hard to sit by and watch her, attempting to have this baby and suffering heartache, essentially. One day we was on the phone and I turned around and jokingly said, "Oh, well, you can have my eggs if you want them." And she laughed, I laughed, and both kind of was like, is that even possible? Because I didn't know at that time what my fertility options were. A few weeks later, we picked up the phone again and she turned around and said, "Was you serious about what you said?" I said, "Of course I was." I would describe donating my eggs as a trans man a very challenging process. One of my biggest fears was my gender dysphoria being triggered. Donating your eggs is quite a quick process, but it feels both long and short at the same time. So essentially it's over 10 days. You go into the clinic and they teach you how to use all the medication. I took 2 injections daily and 2 pills daily in terms of the hormones that I'm taking. I had to reduce my testosterone. My normal medication dose was 3.5 pumps of testo gel and reduced it down to 1 pump per day. I was initially under the impression that I would completely have to stop it, which thankfully I didn't because I was really terrified of that too. And they tell you how many eggs you was able to collect, in which I was able to collect 19, which is a really, really fantastic number. Being able to help Kizzy with her fertility journey, it felt wonderful for me, from a person who for so long struggled to come to terms with their body, and actually now I've got this really positive gift that I've been able to give to somebody I really care about. Currently, Kizzy is in conversations with the clinic that I had my eggs harvested at. So if I were to use my own eggs, we could use them straight away. But because my sister's using them, they need to be quarantined for 3 months just to do some genetic checks, make sure the health of the eggs, and make sure everything is okay before inseminating them into my sister. So we're just in that waiting period right now. If you're a trans guy and you're considering this process, here's the thing that you need to know. I personally would say that don't go through this process if you are suffering with gender dysphoria quite intensely, because this process makes you hyper aware of your body, and I think it would just put you in a worse place mentally. If you're somebody who experiences gender dysphoria not so frequently and you think you're in a place where you can mentally hold that, then by all means, go ahead. A lot of the stories in the media as well is about us having negative relationships with our bodies as trans people, and I just wanted to switch up that narrative because not everything needs to be doom and gloom. I am seeing, are you?